what happened round 15 at the FIA Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Switzerland, presented by iXS. It was Jorge Prado for the 11th time who picked up the Fox Hole shot in race 1, closely followed by Paul Jonas, Jeremy Seewer, Ben Watson and Julian Lieber. Benoit Paturel wasn't too far away either. It almost came crashing down though for Seewer on the end of the first lap, got into the back of Davy Puches, managed to keep his Suzuki upright on 2 wheels, but with Prado disappearing at the head of the field, Jonas got himself in a second with that pass on Lieber. Swiftly followed through by Jeremy Seewer on his Suzuki. Then Paturel also found his way past the LRT. KTM got himself up into 4th place. Jeremy Seewer then took about 5 laps to get himself onto the rear wheel and past his main title rival, Paul Jonas, put himself into 2nd. And almost immediately afterwards, the 91, in front of the home fans, found his way into the lead with that pass on the 61 of Jorge Prado. Swiftly followed through again by number 6, Benoit Paturel on the Khmer Yamaha. On the final lap, it was a drag race to the Monster Energy finish line, but it was Seewer who held on from Paturel. Jonas was 3rd from Prado and Lieber. MXGP race 1, and it was Max Anstey on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna with his first foxhole shot of the season, closely followed by Paulin and Kai Rowley, but into turn 2 it was the Wilbo Yamaha of Arno Tonis to the delight of the Swiss crowd. Kai Rowley made a mistake, allowed Fevre through into 4th halfway round the lap. Kai Rowley was down in 5th, but up front it was the 4 of Tonis and the 99 of Anstey who battled for the lead. Paulin was in 3rd. Kai Rowley was in 5th, but then all of a sudden Fevre made a mistake. He lost 2 places to Tony Kai Rowley and Gauthier Paulin. The battle for 6th and 7th was intense. Lupino had just been passed by Koldenhoff, and then the Red Bull KTM rider spun out and lost half a dozen places or more. On the final lap though, Tonis, Anstey, Kai Rowley couldn't be separated. In fact, as they crossed the line at the end of the first race, just 1.4 separated the top 3, but it was an historic win for Tonis in race 1. MXGP race 2, what a dramatic race this was. Seewer fell going into turn 1, he went down hard, and it was Prado with another foxhole shot, the 12th of the year. Seewer picked himself up and went about his business. Up front, it was Prado who led the way from Covington. Benoit Paturel, as Jonas fell down to 5th. Paturel picked up the pieces, and then it was Prado who fell out of the lead on lap 3, handing the advantage to the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna of Thomas Covington. Meanwhile, Jeremy Seewer was on the charge. He found his way past Darian Sanai, and as he carved his way through the field to an eventual 5th place finish. Paturel found his way into the lead with that move on the American Covington. That was on lap 8. Jonas then found his way past Prado, and this was one of the talking points of the race. Seewer out of control, tagged the handlebars or the back of the bike of Lieber. He went crashing out of 5th, but it was an historic race win and overall Grand Prix victory for number 6, Benoit Paturel, picking up his first ever Grand Prix win in MX2. Jeremy Seewer was good enough for 2nd overall, Jonas 3rd, Covington and Prado rounding out the top 5. And the championship now looks like this. Jonas 49 points clear of Jeremy Seewer. Benoit Paturel is now up to 3rd, pushing the Dane Thomas Kjær Olsen down to 4th. He's 9 points clear now of the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna rider. But first ever Grand Prix victory for Benoit Paturel on his Khmer Yamaha in his final season in MX2. The red plate, though, still belongs firmly in the hands for now of number 41, Paul Jonas on the Red Bull KTM.
Yes, I wait from so many times this first victory. And yes, all day I feel good and I did a great job, and I want to thank my team, my sponsor, and all my family support me.
MXGP race 2, this time it was Antonio Kai Rowley with his 13th foxhole shot of the season. Everybody pretty much safely through turn 1. Paulin led as they dropped into turn 2, closely followed by Hurlings, Kai Rowley, and the 2 monster in his Yamahas of Fevre and Van Horby. Fevre launched his way past Kai Rowley to get himself into 3rd. went after the bullet. Paulin made a slight mistake on the exit of one of the turns, and out-dragging him was the Red Bull KTM of Jeffrey Hurlings. That was lap 2. Suddenly, 84 was in front. Paulin there on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna gave chase in second, closely followed by Roman Febvre on his Monster Energy Yamaha and Tony Cairoli. But the winner from race 1 crashed towards the end of the first lap. Arno Tonis was out on the Wilvo Yamaha. He got hit as well as he tried to mount his bike by Arminas Jasikonis. Jasikonis would not score points either in race 2. Tony Cairoli pushed on in 4th place, but in the end it was a race win for Jeffrey Hurlings. He went on to make it back-to-back Grand Prix victories. 64 now in the career of the Dutchman. He tied points with Gauthier Paulin, who came home 2nd overall. Cairoli, not at his best, but still good enough for 3rd overall. And the championship lead now cut from 99 points to 97. Cairoli still leads. Paulin up to 3rd at the expense of de Salle, who drops to 4th this weekend. But that was your podium here in Switzerland. Jeffrey Hurlings, Gauthier Paulin and Tony Cairoli. Cairoli now has one hand on the MXGP title. Another red plate for his mantelpiece.
Good start is all I need, and very happy with my weekend, 2nd overall win in a row, so very pleased with that. I want to thank Red Bull KTM Racing Team for the good job, and looking forward to Sweden next weekend.